Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for, where are we? Tuesday the 27th of November. I hope you're all well. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Secondly, you probably know you've got a little bit of a different aspect today. So we're in my my bedroom come office, and I decided to have the move. I've been thinking about it for a little while. All my crystals are in here, so it's nice to be amongst everything. So I've been thinking about moving for a little while, but the kitchen table was so comfortable, I got a bit homely there. So I decided to make the move yesterday when I was in a very energetic mood. Okay, I still want to extend the invitation for the $30 YouTube videos, so please, if you're interested in them, you can go to my website www.theaussiegoddess.com. They're $30 and I can send them anywhere. The only thing is with them, because they're such a short amount of time, they're only 10 to 15 minutes, you need to be quite specific for me. The reason being is by the time I've tuned into your energy, we've already lost a couple of minutes. So to get the best out of them, it's best to direct me whether you want love, career, a particular relationship, a particular situation. Ask questions if you can, because that makes it really easy for me to tune in then, and we can get plenty done in that 10 to 15 minutes as we do in the day reads. So, but they're right there if you would like that opportunity. Okay, let's get cracking. Alrighty, Tuesday. Three of Wands is out here. Now the light's very different in here, so I do intend buying a light when I can get myself organised. So you'll just have to trust that the card I'm showing you is the right one. This is the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands is a card that talks about looking forward and waiting for your ships to come in. And I know a lot of you have done good work at the moment and you are waiting for this to happen. So this is about looking out towards your future and seeing what's out there for you. You're waiting patiently, so you may have waited for something to manifest, and you're sitting around waiting. I think a lot of us are in this waiting room at the moment. Okay, so your first card out is the Seven of Coins. Definitely look at that. So you've definitely been waiting on something. You're waiting very patiently. You may have waited a long time for this. There may have been, you know, times where you were like, is it ever going to come true? Is it just my imagination? You know, some people have been waiting a really long time. So it just depends on how much work you're putting in. Now, if you're waiting for someone to come back, which I feel like for this could be for some of you, you've also got to wait for them too. So if you're working or waiting for someone who, you know, is not so spiritual, you know how we talk the runner chaser in relationships, if you're waiting for the runner, they could take a little while to start opening up to understanding the spiritual journey. Their soul has to recognize your soul. That's what that's all about. So if their soul can't recognize your soul, you could be waiting quite a long time. Okay, and then we have the moon coming out. Now, with the moon here, you've been waiting for something for some time, and I can see that with the Three of Wands and Seven of Pentacles here. But what I want to say to you is not all has been revealed yet. There's still something here hidden from you, hidden from view, something that the universe is keeping up their sleeve, basically. So you don't know all the story yet. We have the Three of Swords here, and Three of Swords talks of heartbreak. So it could have been for some of you that you've been through, as I said, I felt that when I was putting the cards out, some sort of relationship that either didn't work out or was very short term, but you felt pretty brokenhearted when that finished. And that you are waiting for someone to return here. This could be even a family member, it could be some situation, but whatever it was, it's left you sort of very, you were very brokenhearted at the time. You may not be feeling this full amount of broken heart now, because I know sometimes when it comes up for me, I think that is very, very much about the past, but it also means that you've still got residue there. So please do be aware of that, because even if you don't feel it and you're going to get all cocky with me and go, I'm over it, like it's no problem anymore, I'm done with that, that's fine. But what this is saying to me is the energy is still there for you. So what you need to do is you need to be able to heal that energy. And until that's healed, it's very difficult to vibrate at the level you need to bring a relationship back into your life. So whether you think you've healed or not, I would suggest that maybe you do a little bit of meditation on bringing your power back, looking at soul retrieval meditations, guided meditations, healing meditations. You can go for a Reiki, that often helps. Okay, and then we have the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands talks of victory. So it's looking like things are turning around and are starting to come good. And what the universe is saying to you here is you need to be patient. You know, there's still things hidden from view, and it could be that the other person's still doing their healing. The heartache here is just to remind you that this is not a one-off healing event. You have to keep working on your healing. You have to consciously do things to help yourself work through those. So, you know, expanding your creativity, doing meditations, but understanding the spiritual journey, because this heart stuff you can have from when you were a child. But what it's saying at the end here is that there is victory here for you, but you've just got to go through this journey. And it could be that the other person's going through the heartbreak if you're waiting for someone else to come back. Then we have the card of the Temperance. Now, what the Temperance says, that shine on that card is huge, isn't it? I might have to seriously think of getting a lamp. This is about, you know, finding the balance within yourself, you know, understanding that you need to be in exactly the right place for someone to come back to you. If you're resistant and you know, have a negative attitude about whether they come back or not, whether you're questioning it, you're not trusting the universe, then you need to stop and think, this is about divine timing. The universe is waiting for you to be ready to bring something back. So the Temperance card talks about working on yourself, and there's a few cards here that talk about that. So okay, then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now the Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded, down-to-earth energy. Can be an earth sign that you're working with, so it could be a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, but this could be you too, working on yourself here, trying to ground yourself, trying to make sure that you're in your element. I really like that she's got the pentacle behind her head here, like it's an aura. So that's really interesting. So she's busy working on herself, trying to bring herself around to some sense of balance, so that she can move forward. That's not necessarily a female, but that's the energy we're talking here. So it's more of a, you know, loving, motherly energy than what the Kings are. Okay, and then we have the Judgment card. So definitely looking at some sort of second chance on the horizon here. It could be a second chance, as I said, at work, business, anything, but you're definitely looking at something coming around again, something that you didn't quite make the first time. So this is the card of Judgment. It's the card of the Phoenix rising from the ashes, the rebirth, the calling, the Judgment calling. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about structure, organisation, stability, moving forward in a very, because it's a religious card, so it's the High Priest card. So it's more sort of around the more structural side of religion rather than the High Priestess, which is more around your intuition. But this talks about, you know, having stability moving forward, you know, understanding your direction, being focused on where you're going. It can also talk about big organisations, you know, like the church, government, those sort of things as well. You're really looking to find stability here. So then we have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups talks about celebration, usually celebrating with family and friends. So you've definitely got a celebration here. There's a few cards that say to me something good is about to happen here. So I'll pull them all out and then we'll have a look at the end. And the last card here is the Ten of Wands. So you're definitely carrying around a heavy burden at the moment. You need to put this down. All the time you're carrying that much weight, you're not vibrating where you need to be. Okay, so what we have here, we have, quite possibly for a lot of you, people waiting on relationships, wondering why it's taking so long. And the universe is saying, you know, while you're waiting, and we've got some stuff hidden from you, But while you're waiting, don't forget you still need to work on your healing. You still need to work on opening yourself up, raising your vibration, and becoming closer to where you need to be for this other person to see you. Now, the other thing is, because the energies flip-flop, it could be the other person doing a lot of the work. But what the universe is saying is there is victory in front of you here. So don't lose faith that there is victory and there is a win here. But the timing's definitely not right at the moment to rebirth this. Just not quite right. There's grounding to be done. You need to get into a place where you're vibrating at a really good level. Now, when I look down here, I would say to you that at the moment, a lot of you are carrying the sorrow of things around with you, and you do need to let that go. You're trying to search for some stability here in your life. You need to be more stable, more grounded, more down to earth, because things won't come in if you're still in your head thinking about them. So learn to let things go and let the universe deal with this. Don't hold on to themselves. Just work on your own healing and put your burdens down. Don't be worrying about when they're coming back, what they're doing, will they be back? Don't be doing that. Just trust that the universe has got this in hand. You know in your intuition something's going to happen. You can let that go then. You don't have to, the worrying doesn't work on it. It just lowers your vibration. Now, for those of you who are looking for work and you've been, or career, or thinking of things taking off here, same thing applies. Don't worry and stress out about it. Understand that you've put the wish out to the universe. You've asked them to provide something for you. I know that you're waiting for it to come in with that Three of Wands. What I want to say to you is the universe is doing something here. You cannot be worried and overthinking about it. You need to let that energy go. You need to be able to be waiting, but in a way that you're healing and you're doing things for yourself. Don't be hanging on to that negative energy. Negative energy won't work for you. I can tell you that now. You're just trying to push against something that's just not going to respond. So the more positive you are, the more you let things go, the more you trust in the universe, the easier things come to you. Okay, Oracle card. Very straightforward reading this morning, very, very basic, nothing in depth. There's no real love here, there's no real money here. It's just a very, very much a personalised reading for people. So a lot of people must have needed to hear today that things are still happening. They can let them go and let the universe work with them. Oh, there we are. Okay, so the card that's come out from the Oracle deck is the card of World, and it talks about being open to new possibilities. So there you go. Beautiful card for the reading. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic day.